If HTML is a skeleton and CSS is a skin and JavaScript is the brain. If I deleted every web development course, every coding bootcamp, every roadmap from the internet and forced you to learn web development from scratch in 2026, what would you learn first? Because here's the reality. Most students spend 2 years learning random technologies. HTML today, Python tomorrow, React next week and AI next year. And after learning all that, they can't even build a single website. Why? Meanwhile, some other students learn the right things in a right order and also get the clients, internships and jobs. So in the next 5 to 8 minutes, I'm going to give you the best roadmap I wish someone gave me on one day. No confusion, no unnecessary technologies, no wasting months. Just the shortest path from beginner to web developer. Section 1. The biggest lie about web development. Before I show you what to learn, I need to save you from the biggest trap. Everyone thinks web development is about learning technologies. No, it's wrong. Nobody hires you because you know React. Nobody even pays you because you know JavaScript. People pay you because you are going to solve the problem. Think about it. When you order some food online, do you even care about what website is used, React or JS? You cares about whether the food is arrived or not. The technology is just a tool, and this mindset can change you from 80% of beginners. Because most students collect technologies as Pokemon cards. They say like HTML, CSS, JavaScript, React, Node.js, Next.js and many more. And they will probably announce themselves like, bro, I learned everything. Meanwhile, they can't even build a decent portfolio website. That's why the roadmap is completely different. In this video, we are focusing on building, not collecting. Section 2. Learn the internet. Most people start coding before actually know how internet actually works. That's like learning to drive a car without knowing what a steering wheel is. Imagine this, you type google.com. What happens next? Your browser sends a request and the server receives it. The server sends back the data and the browser displays it. Congratulations, you just understood the foundation of web development. Every website you are looking works on this simple basic principle. Client, server, request, response. If you understand this concept deeply, learning frameworks later becomes 10 times easier. Now comes your first technology, HTML. No, don't spend 2 months learning only HTML. It's not even that complicated. You can say it like HTML is simply a skeleton of a web page. That's it. In HTML, you can have images, headings, paragraphs, buttons, and forms. That's it. Most beginners wasted months learning these tags. Instead of learning or memorizing, build things while learning. Create personal profile page, resume page, product landing page, or even your portfolio and move on, because perfection is the enemy. Section 3. CSS. Make it look expensive. Here's a painful truth. Most beginner website looks like they were designed in 2007. Because the problem isn't coding, the problem is designing. A website that works well but looks terrible is still terrible, right? This is where CSS enters. And CSS is nothing but cascading style sheets. And it is like a makeup of your web page. And without CSS, your site looks dead. With CSS, it may be very beautiful. Your site looks like a startup worth millions. Focus on grid, flexbox, responsive design and animations. And ignore all advanced CSS for now. One thing that changed my life. Stop copying tutorials and start copying websites. Open Netflix, open Airbnb, open Spotify. You know what? In my second year of my college, I built exact page how it looks like IIT Bombay. And you know what happens? What can I say? I just literally smashed it. Like it looks like original IIT Bombay web page. So try recreating sections. You will learn more in 1 week than months of tutorials. Because tutorials teach, projects train you. And of course, training always wins. Section 4. JavaScript, the superpower. If HTML is a skeleton and CSS is a skin and JavaScript is the brain. Without JavaScript, buttons don't work, forms don't respond, and applications don't exist. Everything exciting starts here. And of course, this is where 90% of the beginners quit. They learn HTML, CSS, and they try to learn JavaScript and then quit. Because suddenly coding becomes real here. You have variables, functions, loops, arrays, objects. Sounds scary. But here's the secret. You don't need to master JS. You just need to build with JS. Create simple calculator, to-do app, quiz app, weather app. Every project teach concepts naturally. The students who memorize their syntax forget it. But the students who build projects, they'll never forget it, right? The section 5. The moment you become dangerous. At this point, you're already ahead of most college students. Seriously, most students spend years learning theory. But now you can already building websites, right? Now, it's time to learn React. You can ask me, why React? Because companies use it, startups use it, freelancers use it, and of course thousands of modern applications run on it. But here, don't fall into another trap. Don't spend months on watching React tutorials. Build movie app, expense tracker, portfolio dashboard, e-commerce frontend. And that's where real learning happens, not in just YouTube tutorials. Section 6, Backend Development. Until now, you have been building beautiful houses. Now, let's learn how to supply electricity and water. You know what? Frontend is what users see, but backend is what users don't see. Authentication, databases, payments, user accounts. This is where websites become businesses. You learn Node.js, Express.js, REST APIs, authentication, databases. Now you can create blog platforms, note apps, login system, and task manager, and whatever you want. And here, the first time, you can feel like a real software developer. In section 7, databases. What happens when your website forgets everything when you refresh? It's useless, right? That's why databases exist. Think of databases like a website memory. Learn one SQL database and learn one NoSQL database. That's enough. Most beginners waste months about debating technologies. MongoDB versus SQL, PostgreSQL versus MySQL. What? Meanwhile, professionals are building projects. And remember one thing, building beats debating, always. Section 8, deployment, the step everyone skips. This single skill can instantly separate you from thousands of students out there. Deployment, making your website live. Because employees don't want screenshots, right? They want actual links. Anyone can say, I built a website. But very few say, here it is, use it. So deploy everything, every project, every experiment, everything you have built on your own. And section 9, AI plus web development. Let's address the elephant in the room. Will AI replaces web developers? Absolutely no. But developers using AI will replace developers who don't. Use AI as an assistant, not as a brain replacement. Let AI generate boilerplates, debug errors, explain concepts, speed up development. But you need to always understand the code. Because whenever in the middle something breaks or something error happens, ChatGPT isn't attending your interviews, right? You are. So you need to be accountable. So 1 year from now, you can be one of two people. The person who keep watching roadmap videos or the person whose portfolio is filled with real projects. The roadmap isn't secret anymore. You have it. Now, the actual question is, will you execute it? Because web development isn't hard. Consistency is. And the people who win aren't smartest. They are the ones who refuse to quit. So if this roadmap saved you months of confusion, hit subscribe and comment. You must comment it starting today because I want to see who is actually serious. All the best. See you in the next one. Bye.